What happened? And just recently in Taylor Swift new song Ophelia of her latest album, The Life of Showgirl, was used by current USA President Donald Trump without consent from her and Republic Records and her obsessed fans and just music fans. They were upset and they're telling Taylor Swift to sue him. But here's the thing: Taylor Swift is not the first musician who had or songs have been used by a politician. Now, let's go way back to 1984. When Bruce Springsteen had to deal with three U.S. presidents, Ronald Reagan, Bob Dole, and Pat Buchanan. 3 different years, 3 different presidents. So Bruce Springsteen, born in the USA, the first incident regarding Ronald Reagan. So the 1984 classic hit, they say when it comes to election season, the politicians they just don't care about how the musician and what the song is really about. They'll just look at the name and they're like, okay, we'll use it, without giving credit to the musician or DJ, group, or band. And born in the USA, it was very representative to people living in the States. And Ronald Reagan, when he was running for his office and for his campaign, he made this excuse thing to Bruce Springsteen saying, America's future rests in 1,000 dreams inside our hearts. It rests in the message of hope in the songs of a man so many young Americans admire. New Jersey's own Bruce Springsteen. And helping you make those dreams come true is what your job of mine is all about. And Bruce Springsteen, he called them out, saying, do you actually listen to my music? While talking about, people have a right to feel good about, hence the name of the title of its song and the theme. But how Ronald Reagan was using the song, these people who voted for him, they're getting manipulated and exploited. Now, Bob Dole, he would do that in 1996, and Pat Buchanan, he would also try to do that 4 years later in 2000. But Bruce Springsteen had to tell them, stop using my music. for your campaigns without getting consent from me and any labels that I'm signed to. So he was the first musician to call out any politicians who tried to use any song he'd written. Bobby McFerrin versus George H.W. Bush. George W. Bush's dad, who would later on be president of USA years later. The song in 1988, Don't Worry, Be Happy. So the vice president tried to use this as a cappella song for George Bush's campaign, but Bobby McFerrin voted for the other president running for office, President Dukakis. And he told George Bush to stop. Now, George Bush tried to go on the offensive. We'll try to do some charm. I'll invite you to dinner. But Bobby McFerrin was like, no. And unfortunately, no, he stopped singing Don't Worry, Be Happy. And George Bush ended up using the song This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie for campaign. Isaac Hayes versus Bob Dole. 1996, Soul Man. Now, this involves another singer who would remix the Soul Man, which was originally written by Isaac Hayes and David Porter, but there was a remixer named Sam Moore who wrote a remixed version for 1996 when Bob Dole was trying to use that song for his campaign and saying like, I'm a soul man, you're coming, I'm a Dole man. And he was trying to roast Democrat politician Bill Clinton. When Bob Dole was at Republican convention, and on the case, he came out and sent out a cease and desist letter and threatened to sue for $10,000 each time the song was used. And the New York Daily News reports Isaac Hayes reported there was no permission given from decades and David Porter. And both decades and David Porter they did not vote for Dole. They voted for Bill Clinton. And decade referenced saying connecting Bob Dole to Soul Man is like connecting Jeffrey Dahmer to feelings. So don't stop using the song, and no legal action happened. And this also he also faced backlash from Bruce Springsteen. American Boy by country singer Eddie Rabbit, he gave permission for the Dole to use instead. Now, musicians outside United States of USA, they want no business. And when George W. Bush tried to use British musician Sting, his song Brand New, they would use for George W. Bush's campaign. And George W. Bush tried to use it a few times, and Sting that stopped using it, and he said, "I want absolutely nothing to do with USA politics." But unfortunately, here's the other thing. Al Gore, he was also running for prime minister over in England, so there was also that issue. And Sting also had to tell Al Gore to stop using my song without credit and consent from me. So George W. Bush stopped using the song, and in 2009, Sting and Al Gore they had brunch together. So it was a happy ending over in England. The band Bustin' versus Mike Huckabee. 2008. The song More Than a Feeling. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So, Mike Huckabee, he's kind of into bass music and Rustin frontrunner and founder Tom Sholtz, and he was showed envy, and I feel ripped off, dude. but Boston didn't endorse any politicians or politics, and Tom Schultz he voted for Barack Obama, and unfortunately for Mike Huckabee, he lost to John McCain, who's going to be the Republican, who's going to be leading for the Republican Party. Now, speaking of usage of songs, the same year, Barack Obama would do the same thing. And here comes Sam Moore versus Barack Obama in 2008 when Barack Obama he first went for office, and Barack Obama, he's the first mixed race president of United States of North America. Yeah, he had the Hawaiian background and also African American background. But you can always look at the skin color is brown. So what Democratic President Barack Obama used for his campaign, he used "Hold On, I'm Coming," and he switched it to "Hold On, Obama's Coming." And Sam Moore said, which Sam said, "I have not agreed to endorse you for the highest office in our land. My vote is a very private matter between myself and a ballot box." But he found it very thrilling that it would to see a man of color to run for presidency. So what happened afterwards was the Obama team they apologized. Them was no, 1 year after performed with Sting and Elvis Costello at the inaugural ball for Barack Obama, and in 2013 he played at the White House as a part of a PBS music project came out at the time. Gretchen Peters versus Sarah Palin, 2008, Independence Day. At the time, Gretchen Peters won CMA Song of the Year award for Independence Day, which was also written alongside Martina McBride. In 1993. Sarah Palin decided to try and use it when she was vice president at the time for alongside John McCain. She was previously senator of Alaska. Previously, if you looked up USA history. Now, it didn't took a while for Gretchen Peters to fight back against John McCain and Sarah Palin. And responding, the fact that McCain, Palin campaign is using a song about an abused woman as a rallying cry for the vice president candidate, a woman who would ban abortion and even a case of rape and incest. It's beyond irony. They are co-opting the song, completely overlooking the context and message, and using it to promote a candidate who would set women's rights back decades. So, what happened? Gretchen Peters didn't sue them and tell them to stop playing the song. She donated all the credits that came to her and donated credits from Independence Day to Planned Parenthood. And told people to use the name Sarah Palin when donating, and the donation raised $1 million at that time. Jackson Browne versus John McCain, 2008 song "Running on Empty." Now, John McCain tried to mock Barack Obama, talking about gas conservation. Jackson Browne would eventually file a lawsuit against John McCain and the Republican Party, quoting the misappropriation of Jackson Browne's endorsement that entirely reapprehendable, and I have no doubt that the jury will agree. And Jackson Browne, when the undisclosed cash settlement and a public apology from John McCain, New York Times called the suit along with David Browne's successful 2010 suit against Charlie Christ, a turning point in the long history of politicians using pop tunes without the artist's permission. He would also get a lot of objections from musicians. The band Orleans versus John McCain and previously George W. Bush. The song Still the One. 2008, 2004. John McCain tried to use Still the One when he won his win over in New Hampshire. And Jonah Hall, um, he did not give consent, and 4 years ago, with George W. Bush, he was watching TV with his wife over in Ohio, and realizing that still the one was being used, and they were both shocked, and John Hall sent cease and desist letters both to George W. Bush and John McCain. John McCain, no comment. George W. Bush and stopped using the song. Foo Fighters versus John McCain, 2008 song My Hero. Foo Fighters member Dave Grohl did not consider John McCain to be his hero or not worthy of using the Foo Fighters 1998 single during his presidential run. And he said it's frustrating and infuriating that someone who speaks for the American people would repeatedly show such little respect for creative and intellectual property. As the band said. So what happened in John McCain, Sarah Palin campaign restrict copyright, but they tried to use the a license through a different way, tried to get Foo Fighters and their songs and all different artists. So that was kind of cheating. Hart versus Sarah Palin. So this is Wilson's sisters versus Sarah Palin, which Sarah Palin, growing up in high school playing basketball, she tried to nickname her Sarah Barracuda. At the Republican National Convention as her theme song, which Nancy Wilson she disapproved of Sarah Palin's views and had no way to represent us as American women. Now, Sarah Palin still thinks she's Sarah Barracuda. And they're trying to still use the song as a blanket license, which is not. You have to get permission from the musician and also the license like Warner, Interscope, Atlantic, Sony, you name it. And it's also maybe it's an independent label. You have to get credit from them. The band Van Halen versus John McCain, 2008 song right now. Now John McCain thought he was a maverick and tried to use right now. And the brothers of Van Halen, the creator, the singer of Van Halen, Sammy Hagar, he was very disappointed and now they're not like a supporter, but Eddie Van Halen they did contact each other over the phone. John Mellencamp versus John McCain, George W. Bush, and Ronald Reagan. Our country, pink houses, rocking the USA. 2008 to 1984. So the recent one, John McCain tried to use the tune at the rallies to try to use the country first. John Mellencamp with Democrat supporter for left as you can get. Called out John McCain from using a song without permission and consent from any labels. He also said the same thing to George W. Bush to stop using rock in the USA. And also Ronald Reagan from using pink houses. 4 days after John Mellencamp requested John McCain his campaign stopped playing Our Country and pink houses at any campaigns. the Swedish singer group ABBA versus John McCain. 2008. Take a chance on me. John McCain, he's apparently ABBA fan, and yeah, they're talented group, two men, two women. Yeah, they had the Mamma Mia project. He said his favorite song is Dancing Queen. Which the group sent a season desist letter for playing it at events without consent. And again, the Swedish they don't want they want nothing against, nothing to do with the USA politics. Which John McCain tried his we played in a few times, and it's my understanding Abbott went berserk. And although if John McCain actually notified ABBA, he said if you change your mind, I'm the first in line. You know, hinting that song. John Bon Jovi versus Sarah Palin. 2008. Song, Who Said You Can't Go Home? John Bon Jovi, who had thrown 30,800 per plate dinner for Barack Obama at his home. He notes, we wrote this song as a thank you to those who have supported us over the past 25 years. The song has since become a banner for our home state of New Jersey and de facto of the theme song for partnerships of the country to build homes and rebuild communities. Although we were not asked, we do not approve of their use of home. And again, John McCain tried to use blanket licenses. The band MGMT versus Nicolas Sarkozy. Now this is over in France this time. 2009. The song Kids. The indie band had to respond when Nicolas Sarkozy tried to use the song Kids for his UMP, which stands for Union for Popular Movement Party. The American indie band sued and the UMP tried to claim that it was a mistake, and they offered a token of €1 in compensation, which the band's French lawyer Isabelle Weststein rejected the offer as insulting. which at the time this happened, Nicolas Sarkozy was trying to push a bill to crack down internet piracy. So what happened after the UMP sold around 29,000 more euros originally offered, which in US dollars, a sum of $39,050, which MGMT donated to artist rights organization. Well, the internet piracy bill known as the Three Strikes Law that was rejected twice, finally passed and confirmed in September 2009. Joe Walsh versus politician Joe Walsh. (2010) song "Walk Away." Now, Joe Walsh is a guitar for the Eagles. Politician Joe Walsh is Illinois congressman. A lawyer for the band, the Eagles sent cease and desist letter against Illinois politician Joe Walsh. Which this also involved another Joe Cantafio of the band 101st Rock Division, which made a parody song, which they switched from Walk Away to Lead Away, and Joe Walsh was trying to use that. And Joe Walsh called out Joe Walsh for, oh, so now you're trying to use a parody version because our version, the original version, is better. And also, don't forget the Copyright Act. Which Joe Walsh tried to use this excuse saying that the song was performed as a parody and thus constituted fair use under copyright. I hope the Democratic National Committee, Nancy Pelosi, didn't put you up to this. The band Rush versus Rand Paul. 2010. The Spirit of Randall, Tom Sawyer. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul unfortunately is a fan of Rush, but hates them. We're trying to copy every single lyric and use it as a campaign video. And they hit him with the cease and desist letter. And as Rush, they're Canadians. We have nothing to do with your country's politics. And Rand Paul, he's still upset about this. Rush drummer and lyricist Neil Peart, he's now a U.S. Citizen. He said he would never vote for Rand Paul, and that he hates women and brown people. Don Henley versus Chuck DeVore, 2010. All she wants to do is dance the boy of summer. Now this was when YouTube music was coming out, viral, and talented musicians. The era of music, it was but here's what happened when Chuck DeVore tried to use Don Henley's song, The Voice of the, the Voice of Summer, and in the takedown of Barack Obama, and use the hope of November. And Don Henley had filed a complaint to Team YouTube to remove any parody videos. And apparently there was also another parody for All She Wants to Dance, as all she wants to do is tax, which resulted in U.S. District Court Judge James Selnow who gave the rights to Don Henley and Chuck DeVore, requiring to give credit. So even though they're parodied, you have to give credit. David Byrne versus Charlie Crutch, 2010. Road to Nowhere. Road to Nowhere was used as an attack at then opponent Marco Rubio, that featured the 1985 hit Road to Nowhere. So Charlie Christ, he apologized on YouTube, and the same as and David Byrne said that in statement that it turns out I am one of the few artists who have the box and guts to challenge such usage. My hope by standing up to this practice, it can be made of be less common option, or better yet, an option that never taken in the future. So stop using other musicians' songs without giving credit and getting consent from them. The band Journey versus Newt Gingrich. Don't stop believing. Maybe there's this rumor that maybe he's in the Sopranos finale, and the Journey's motivational anthem. Don't stop believing. Steve Perry of Journey sent a season desist letter to Newt Gingrich, which Ukrainian Gingrich he opted out. Katrina and Wade versus Michelle Bachmann, 2011. Walking on Sunshine. The new wave band did not like the usage of Michelle Bachmann using their music. Katrina, this Scottish said, if I disagree with the policies, the opinions or platforms of for my song use, I've had no choice but trying to defend the song and prevent its misuse. Music can be both powerful, moving, and sometimes even a little dangerous. So the Washington Post, Joe Heim took himself to find Michelle Bachmann to find new campaign music, and the replacement was Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. Tom Petty versus Michelle Bachmann and George W. Bush, 2011. American Girl, I Won't Back Down. When Michelle Bachmann played Tom Petty, the American Girl at a rally, Tom Petty sent a season desist letter, and previously he did a similar thing to George W. Bush for stop using I Won't Back Down. Even though Tom Petty's told her not to, Michelle Bachmann still tried Congresswoman about Minnesota. However, George W. Bush, he did back down, and Tom Petty showed up at Al Gore's place and performed I Won't Back Down, and Tipper Gore formerly played drums. The band Survivor versus Newt Gingrich. 2012. Eye of the Tiger. Remember Frankie Sullivan put a suit against Newt Gingrich, which Eye of the Tiger, which was on Rocky 3 soundtrack. Which Frankie Sullivan, he was co-writer of the song, and so the results Newt Gingrich did not get the right, and his attempt failed. A music label, a Montreal-based music publisher, third side music defending the heavy for Newt Gingrich playing their song at the rally in Florida. The British indie rock band posted on Facebook, if you heard How You Like Me Now being used by Republican Newt Gingrich in the campaign, we'd like you to know that it had fuck all to do with us, and we were trying to stop it being used. Twats. The result, the groups didn't pursue any legal action. But Survivor's Eye of the Tiger did the severe damage. Cyndi Lauper versus the Democrat Party. 2012. True Colors. Led by Chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Sholtz. He tried to use Cyndi Lauper's 1986 classic True Colors against Mitt Romney, titled Surprise True Color. And when Cyndi Lauper find out she said, I wouldn't want that song to be used in that way, and Mr. Romney can discredit himself without the use of my work. So the result of Mitch Stewart, battleground state director for Obama for America, responded on Twitter. Cyndi Lauper has never spoken true words. So by the Democratic National Committee that was taken down on YouTube. So finally they did something good for, and you have to give respect to the musicians because they want nothing to do with they want to spread a message, but there's these politicians and the other people using their songs for bad purposes, and you need to really think about that. Dee Snider versus Paul Ryan. 2012. We're gonna take it. Things that G. Snyder's like big hair, working out. He doesn't like Paul Ryan because of his differences. Although there's some similar things compared to him and his band Twisted Sister. Paul Ryan and D. Snyder both like the usage of the P90X. Tom Morello also spoke against Vice President and he's expected love for the current attorney's band Rage Against the Machine. So finally, Paul Ryan didn't play. We're not going to take it. So no. Silver Sun pickups versus Mitt Romney. 2012. Panic switch. When lyrics like, when you see yourself in a crowded room, do your fingers itch or your pistols whip? Do you step in line and release the glitch? The band Silver Sun pickups 2009 alt rock. It doesn't really seem like good for political usage. And the band, they were they sent a cease and desist notice off. Even though they didn't want to, and they didn't think Panic Switch would be the correct song. So, a representation for Mitt Romney mentioned that they played the Panic Switch, which was mistaken. They should have played a different song. And again, just like the others, used the blanket license. They never played Panic Switch. Al Green versus Mitt Romney. 2012. Let's stay together. When the Obama campaign released an ad that featured Mitt Romney singing America Beautiful, Mitt Romney's side with Obama's things, the Al Green classic, Let's Stay Together. Now the original Obama performance disappeared off YouTube due to a copyright from Big Machine group rights. and Al Green he agreed that Barack Obama's performance it was usable, so let him use it. Canaan versus Mitt Romney, 2012. Waving Flag. Now, Canaan is very famous for his song Waving Flag, which was used in a Coca-Cola ad. It was used at FIFA World Cup football, and also for the earthquake in the Haiti. Which gathered all many artists to gather up. Which the original song featured hip hop artists Will I Am and DJ David Guetta. The Somalian Canadian musician let me try to use that song people attack them for something out to a conservative politician, and Canaan responded back by saying, I'm for immigrants, I'm for poor people, and they don't seem to be endorsing and he said he would happily grant the Obama campaign to use my song without prejudice. Mitt Romney representatives insisted that the permission to blanket license from ASCAP and BMI, but they would stop using the song out of respect for Canaan's views. And Canadians, we want nothing to do with U.S. politics. It's all drama. Eminem versus John Key. Who's John Key? New Zealand politician who for his prime minister campaign in 2014 tried to lose yourself. But here's the thing. Now things are kind of switched around, and now it's a U.S. musician having to do with a New Zealand politician trying to use his music. And Eminem, he has his own label, Shady Records. He's under Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment Records. He's under Interscope Records. So, John Key, he needs to get consent from hip-hop artists when he tried to use it in a re-election without permission. So what they tried to say was the National Party insisted that they obtained the right to use the song to an Australian production company, but stopped using the track. Nonetheless, Eminem still is still seeking damages. The case was scheduled to go to court, but it may reset for any day. The band Dropkick Murphy, Scott Walker, January 2015. Well, I'm shipping up to Boston. When Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker tried to use I'm shipping up to Boston, the Celtic punk band, and tweeted at Scott Walker at Governor Walker, please stop using our music anyway. We literally hate you. Love, Dropkick Murphys. In 2011, the boys from Beantown released the song "Take 'Em Down." Expressed support for Wisconsin union workers who were protesting Walker budget bill that would have taken away their right to collective bargaining. And in 2012, then Assembly Speaker John Fitzgerald to I'm shipping up to Boston during the Wisconsin GOP convention, after which the group called him a crony of anti-union Governor Scott Walker, and that his music choice was like a white supremacist coming out to gangster rap. The band posted on Facebook that this isn't a legal issue to us. We're not looking to sue someone. We feel that we have the right to ask that not to be associated with certain events and people. It's unknown that Scott Walker will still use that song. Swedish House Mafia's Axwell and Ingrosso versus Marco Rubio. April 2015. Something new. Over in Miami, Marco Rubio tried to walk off stage to the Swedish DJ duo dance for hit, but Axwell and Ingrosso did not give permission, and the Swedish, again, they don't want anything. Although Marco Rubio said he's a big fan of David Guetta, Swedish House Mafia, and Axwell Ingrosso, and he's into hip hop. Nicki Minaj is one of his favorites. Neil Young versus Donald Trump. June 2015. Rockin' in the Free World. Over in Trump Tower, on repeat, Donald Trump tried to get numbers by claim be the greatest job the president that God ever created. Neil Young, the manager, released a statement afterward saying that Trump would not authorize to use the song, and that Neil Young, a Canadian citizen, is a supporter of Bernie Sanders for president. Trump's representatives, however, claimed that they had permission to use the song to a licensing agreement with the performance rights organizer ASCAP. Result, as usual, Donald Trump, he doesn't, he cheats. And as usual, Canadians, we don't want to deal with USA politics drama. Brian May versus Donald Trump. We are the champions. Donald Trump began using the Queen track, using it at the Republican National Convention. Which singer Freddie Mercury had written to rile up audiences. Guitarist Brian May had told him no. But Freddie Mercury was like, no, we are the champions. Which the song came out in 1977. But the song would, well, conservatives, they didn't like that Freddie Mercury said that I'm gay, and Queen didn't want to be associated with politics. And Trump's team wrote a post on the website. I can confirm that that permission to use this track was neither South or North Cannon, regardless of our views on Mr. Trump's platform. It has always been against the policy to allow Queen's music to be used as a political campaigning tool. Which the group called them unsavory. And, Donald Trump, he does what he wants to do. He doesn't listen. About what Brian may have to say. Whether Queen wanted to give consent, and whether Freddie Mercury would, and he died of pneumonia and brought on by and this is one of the disappointing ones. Now, Taylor Swift 2026. Song Ophelia of Taylor Swift's latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. Donald Trump used it for his recent campaign speech, which against Taylor Swift is signed to Republic Records. So Taylor Swift has to have the right to sue Donald Trump for using music without her consent, and Republic Music Records to also sue Donald Trump for using music under the label Taylor Swift is signed to. It's just like what Bruce Springsteen had to deal with way back in 1984. With Ronald Reagan, Dole, and Buchanan. Now there are more musicians who have to call out politicians misusing the music and no giving consent. And unfortunately, recently we got the news that Nicki Minaj, hip hop artist, has let Donald Trump use any song he wants for his campaign, which is a complete letdown. So, if you are going to an election and you see these politicians using musicians, a singer, a group, band, or DJ, remember, those people need to get consent from the musicians and also the record labels. Otherwise, they are breaking the law. And they need to learn a lesson from Bruce Springsteen. And Bruce Springsteen, yeah, he's still alive. And Eminem doesn't like cheaters. And we'll see what Taylor Swift she does.